Our vision, as developed and updated probably about 2.5 years ago from the board of directors and our members, is really to empower sustainable IoT businesses to maximize efficiency, improve quality of life, and protect the planet's resources. I don't know how many of you are aware, but that is our big global long-term vision. And if I had to put it into 3 words, I would say our vision is about people, planet, and profits. And that's exactly where we're heading with LoRaWAN. You know, the strategic 2025 vision and the goal that I know that we will hit is for LoRa Alliance to become an essential, ubiquitous technology. And really by essential technology, if you think of Wi-Fi, it is required. Wi-Fi is essential. Well, guess what? LoRaWAN now being deployed in the millions and billions is also becoming an essential technology. If you think about where we've been deployed and how we've helped the planet and people and profit for businesses, you can't imagine taking that away. So what does that lead to? That leads to essential technology. And that is our vision to be accomplished and achieved by 2025. Now, to get that vision in 2021 and more than likely through 2022, our focus and what's happening right now is the year of scale. And LoRaWAN is the only LPWAN that's really ready and able to scale. And why is that? I'm going to show you a bunch of reasons why. And it is through scale how we achieve and become essential technology that the planet, people, and profit cannot do without. So here's why. And these are the proof points. And I'm going to go through each one because it's really important for our members to understand what progress, what accomplishments, and really how powerful LoRaWAN is globally and in each vertical. So I'm going to quickly run through these, but each one of these I'm going to talk to because they are our proof points of why we're the only LPWAN scaling today. So we have the most certified devices, multi-RAN strategy, most public networks deployed in the most countries, most end-to-end solutions, which is very important for ease of deployment. And again, I'll talk to all of these individually. We have hyperscalers, easy to develop and deploy guidelines, global roaming, the largest ecosystem in security for end-to-end solutions. These are the reasons why LoRaWAN is so powerful. So most devices and certified devices, specifically in the mass IoT market, and that is really important because the more devices we have, the more vendor choice for end users around the globe. And the more devices we have allows more return on investment for the deployed networks that are already out there. So it's really important. And, I remember when I started with the Alliance, really, I think about 3 years ago now, there were very few devices. And in the last few years, there are so many devices in so many verticals achieving so much ROI that it's phenomenal to see the growth. Okay, next up, LoRaWAN has the most certified devices. So certified in terms of LPWAN world in the mass IoT. So we have over 350 LoRaWAN certified devices. And, we're really focusing on certification as Alliance because you can't grow at scale or mass without certification. It is required if we're going to bury devices underground or expect them to last 10 years, they must work as anticipated. They must be certified to know that they have been conformance tested and give the market and the industry confidence in deploying the LoRaWAN certified devices. So it's very important. Certification is a must for scale. And again, scale leads to essential technology. So LoRaWAN's infrastructure is available globally in 151 public networks in 167 countries. And we're probably past that today as I speak to you because every day these numbers grow. And again, it shows our strength and the power of LoRaWAN. LoRa Alliance member ecosystem is so important because it allows easy deployment. We have everything, as you can see, from chipsets to devices and gateways and servers and operators and cloud platform and solution providers and system integrators. And why is that important? It takes a village to implement IoT, and this is our village. And our members have come together and developed ease of deployment solutions by collaborating and making it easy to implement LoRaWAN. Again, critical for scale and critical for essential technology. The revolutionizing IoT with Lorawan Roaming. So we are now in over 27 countries capable of roaming networks. We also have satellites in hard to reach places for global roaming. This is growing, and a key piece to LoRaWAN, again, scaling at mass. So we have hyperscalers, which increase the industry's confidence and adoption. So if you look at the hyperscalers on the screen right now, they are supporting LoRaWAN. They are giving the market confidence, and they're putting infrastructure and dollars behind building out LoRaWAN. And if you look just as an example, AWS IoT Core for LoRaWAN is a great example of a hyperscaler that literally is putting in infrastructure and giving the market confidence that LoRaWAN is the LPWAN solution of choice globally. So easy to develop and deploy. I hope everyone's been tracking over this past year the recent updates to 1.0.4, and it's really mostly have been about the ease of development, the ease of use, the ease of deployment, and the ease of certification. And these updates have really helped in all of those areas. Also, the regional parameters update with FHSS, which increases network capability, and that's very important, particularly in certain regions. We have QR codes that also have helped with zero-touch onboarding, which is a goal of the Alliance. Again, easy development, easy deployment, and easy for the customer to understand and operate, or choices for the customer to operate. And so zero touch really provides, with a QR code, provides zero touch onboarding, which is essential for scale and essential technology. LoRaWAN security is and has been from the very beginning secure by design. We have some of the leading industry security experts as part of the LoRaWAN and part of the LoRa Alliance that have contributed to security. And we also have a new security chair, and that is Christophe Buffard from Kolowski. And we just had an incredible webinar. So check the LoRa Alliance website with Alper Yagan and Christophe presenting about security and the latest news with LoRaWAN. So definitely check that out. LoRaWAN from the very beginning also has really embraced a multi-RAN strategy. And we work with Bluetooth, with RFID, with Wi-Fi, with 5G. We all have our spot and our expertise. So depending on the market, depending on the need, the need of the use case is the technology that you use. And with all of these other types of technologies and standards, we definitely have use cases. You'll find them on our website. And it's important because the market of mass IoT is so incredibly large that it requires all of us working together to really support all that can be done in mass IoT. LoRaWAN is really around obviously low bandwidth, long distance, long battery life, through penetration of hard wall, penetration through metal and walls. But 5G is needed, right, for critical IoT services, for video, for low latency, for high bandwidth. So it's really a strategy that the LoRa Alliance has implemented very well in collaborating and supporting with the multi-RAN strategies. So we're an open standard, and open allows us to have great innovation with our members. And a standard allows interoperability as we grow and that incredible innovation adds more devices. They will continue to work together on that wonderful network that has hundreds of sensors with one gateway. So this large ecosystem allows us to do that. And really, open standards are the only way to grow and scale at the level of which is available in the world. If you're a closed ecosystem, you can't scale and you can't grow and you can't have interoperability. So we know from history and where we sit now, it is all about vendor of choice. It is all about open innovation and it's all about interoperability. That leads to scale as well. So if you look at some of these examples of our members collaborating together, AWS IoT Core and Crisis Go, Chevron and Multitech, you could go around through this whole list and see that our ecosystem and being a LoRa Alliance member has created these incredible partnerships that have met the market needs. Because again, as an entire ecosystem, there are so many pieces of the ecosystem that requires really, really in-depth knowledge. And not one company has the expertise and knowledge to really do all of those pieces that are required. So as a member, one of the greatest benefits and the greatest way that I see members driving revenue for their business is through collaboration. And through this collaboration, they are getting into new areas maybe they would not have historically. They're partnering with the best of the best. And this is the way to drive your business. This is one of the incredible values of being a LoRa Alliance member. Now, I would tell you to do this. If you're not on Google Alerts, I think it's really interesting. I'm on them and I do this every day. And I put in my alerts for LoRaWAN and LoRa Alliance. And every single day, there are multiple new releases showing exactly what's on the screen and so many more. And it really keeps you abreast and you can really see the deployment and the deployments at scale and the collaboration that's happening all around the globe. So I highly recommend you get on those Google alerts so you can keep updated. It's great information. So look to LoRaWAN to really learn about the market and what's happening all around the world and tips that you can pick up on. So it's very important. And the other thing I would say is if you're not on LoRa Alliance LinkedIn and Twitter, definitely follow us because the hottest news, the latest news about what's happening in the world, about what's happening with membership, about what's happening with deployments come out over Twitter and LinkedIn. We do a great job really keeping our membership in the world up to date on LoRaWAN, LoRa Alliance, and the mass IoT market in general, and all verticals really.